Hello, everybody, and welcome to Enchanted Babes, the show with D&D under the sea. My name is NerdKicks or Amber, and I am your aquatic DM. I am joined, as always, by my players Ashta, Alex, and Sun. How's everybody doing today?
I'm good.
Peachy keen.
Woo!
Got
Um,
groceries.
yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot to do that. Oh no, I did that yesterday. What is time? Um, Anyway, great. So, as always, don't forget to follow us on our socials. We have TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. All of those are under Enchanted Babes, and it's all one word. Um, and then all of our episodes get uploaded to YouTube, after or before the next week's episode. And that's also on YouTube under Enchanted Babes. Go follow us there. Do we have any other announcements? I don't think so.
I don't
I
think so.
would like to announce that I resisted buying dice today. So I would have new dice to
Woohoo!
show, but instead I have more money in my bank account. So
Well, that's always fulfilling in a different way.
yeah. On that note, let's dive into our recap.
Leo takes off the skull mask that they wear on their head, and looks down into the hollow eyes of the skull of their mother, and says, "Well, crikey, it was a bit of a weird day today. Well, we left Thestalon yesterday, got a little bit lost in the forest, found some sort of weird place with some statue to an old god who seems quite interesting. Got attacked by another statue, which is weird. I have a piece of it here, actually. Anyway, then we went to sleep, was having a pretty good sleep, and then suddenly we were like awoken by like these whinnies and screeches. When we went to investigate, we saw that these two sharks were attacking this seahorse, and then we scared off the sharks. There was also a giant octopus who was holding the seahorse down. It was all very complicated, but we saved the seahorse. They ran off somewhere, and then we went back to sleep. But in the morning, found this fella, and then it just pans to Leo patting the seahorse. Don't know what we're going to call him yet. We'll think about it. Alright. Speak to you soon, Mum. Kisses the skull and puts it back on their head.
We're back. So as the water is getting warmer and the sun is coming out, you are in your camp with a newly discovered giant seahorse munching on some pocket seaweed, from Leo. So you may not have gotten a great look at this seahorse before, as it was there was a lot going on, but it has on a bridle and a saddle. We're just gonna say there's an underwater kind of saddle that tails will fit into. And it is kind of a very, very light, kind of light brown.
Everybody
a little
just
bit lighter
rides
than the one
side
in our
saddle.
picture. Yeah, everybody rides side saddle underwater. The bridle is broken and torn in a few places, but it still has on this saddle with like a saddle bag and that.
Okay.
Thauma is not awake yet.
Elomi's rubbing their eyes and going, "Morning. Leo, did you make a friend?"
I did make a friend. Don't know what the friend's name is, but this is my friend.
Oh, is this the horse from last night?
It is. Aren't they a beauty?
It's
Oh yeah,
kind of like snuffling around looking for more seaweed in your pockets.
Whoa, here you go, there's more than enough. And I pull out another handful and feed the horsey more seaweed.
say, you don't think that the other rider could still be out there, do you?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I mean, they may have gotten eaten either by that giant octopus or those two sharks, but, they may have gotten away.
Maybe. I
They were
guess.
probably too big for the octopus to eat.
Thank you. Expert testimony. Elomi very gently approaches the seahorse. Leo, I'm going to use speak with animals to see if this horse knows anything that happened to the rider, because I don't think we're going to find the rider on our own.
Oh, amazing. Can you also find out what their name is?
I will. I will ask.
Hey.
I believe I don't need to roll for this. It's just a untouched.
Yeah, no, you just cast speak with animals.
Good morning. My name is Elomi. What's your name?
Hello?
Hello.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
My name?
Yeah.
Or your name.
I think my name is Hia, because that's all they seem to say to me.
Oh, that's not nice. That's rude. We're gonna have to come up with a better name for you.
Okay, do you need more seaweed?
Hey Leo, can you think of a name and also give some more seaweed? Our friend here is hungry.
Alright, here's some more seaweed. Name. That's an awful big responsibility. It's a bigger responsibility than I'm used to.
Elomi leaves Leo to stew in that and turns back towards the horse. Alright, so it seems that there was an accident with your rider. Do you have any idea where they are or if they are safe?
Oh, I almost had an actual burp to share. The horse burps. I'm so
It is eating a ton of kelp right now.
It's my rider. He fell off a while ago.
Was that closer to the city or was that away from the wall?
The city? No, we've been in the forest for a long time.
Forest for a long time.
Bunch of moons.
Do you think your rider is still alive out there?
I don't know. He left all his stuff behind.
Oh, that's a fair point.
He fell off when we were being chased by it wasn't the shark. It wasn't the sharks we saw yesterday. It was a different shark.
A different shark.
Big chompy thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I suppose that we'll presume them to be in a better place now. Would you
Probably
like
back
to?
Home. It's nice there.
That'd be nice. That sounds lovely. Would you like to come with us? We're actually heading back to Gembor. I'm sure that we could set you up in a nice stable.
Do you have more seaweed?
Well, of course we have more seaweed.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Leo is unimpressed about having to share their seaweed.
Leo, I found you a conditional friend. So long as you feed them, they are your eternal companion.
Look, I'm pretty much the same, understand, and I thought of a name.
Oh, you thought of a name?
I did. Gideon.
Gideon.
Cause
what do you think of that?
Like giddy up, but Gideon.
Who's Gideon?
That's your name now. If you like it.
You're not just gonna call me
No, that seems rude.
I startled the cat.
Sorry, Katniss. Sorry.
So cute. Gideon, huh? That sounds good. Okay. But could you get this thing off of me? And it kind of like swishes its tail, and that's when you notice there's a large shield attached to the
Mm-hmm.
side of the tail that's kind of like clonking and clattering. I
All
don't
Oh,
like the
yeah.
where that sits.
Yes, yes, of course. Do you want me to take the bridle off as well, or?
I don't care. It's pretty hard to
Eh,
ride without it.
well, I guess you are right there. I'll take the shield off. That should be more comfortable at least.
Okay, thanks.
Is the shield
Elomi.
anything interesting, or is it just a regular shield?
It's a very like ornate shield with the crest of Genbor on it. And it's got like really intricate, it's like green and gold, intricate like filigree.
Oh.
Um, yeah.
Hmm.
And it kind of like clanks and clatters the way that it's hooked onto the saddle.
Thauma looks over just with one eye open and is like, I can't fit that in my bag.
um, I think it might be best if Leo were to carry this. I think that that would fit best with their fighting style.
And as you're going to unhook it, you notice a small bag, also like a saddle bag on the side of the saddle as well.
All right. Hand the shield off to Leo and open up the bag. Just see what's in there, because might as well at this point.
Okay, so inside the saddlebag, you see two small pouches and a rolled up piece of parchment.
Okay. I'm going to read the parchment first. At least attempt to.
Okay, you unroll the parchment and you get a message on Discord.
Ooh. Special.
Um, I don't know if I should be flattered or worried. Look, looks like the writer had a picture of me.
There's another message for you.
That's creepy.
Oh, it says bring back alive. Oh no, I'm in trouble when I get back home. Oh no.
What's
Is
going on?
going to Ganbor a bad idea?
No, it's just going to be a little bit tedious for me, and I want to avoid a family meeting as much as possible.
Am I gonna have to break you out of prison too?
No, I don't think that they go that far with me. I don't think that they're that mad. I hope. Uh,
Go ahead.
I think mostly it would just be a tedious talk for a while, and possibly a grounding when they get their hands on me.
I like your family
You an
looking for
adult?
you. Like, what's?
So, you know how I help serve the Temple of Daidea in Gembor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of divided into echelons of nobility and commoner, and I was in the nobility echelon. So my family kept me there to keep me safe, and when I slipped out the last time we went to do our surfacing prayers that were for ascending priests, I guess that got them really worried.
So like you snuck out and you haven't gone back.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to be stuck in one city forever, you know? Because, like, the priests hardly ever get to see, like, the outside world and how people are. Because, you know, the church is mostly reserved for those who can afford it nowadays. That it's a shame, but it's how it is right now. So I wanted to get out and experience the world before having to be chained down for a while as a high priest.
There's nothing wrong with broadening your horizons and like learning about stuff. But I guess they're none too happy, these fellow priests of yours.
Yeah,
But that does raise a
I probably
question.
put them in trouble.
The person who originally had this horsey, who originally had Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
did you know them? Or were they just like sent out to look for you?
I think that they were sent out to look for me.
I forgot one other thing in the pouch. There was a really shiny rock, like intricately designed rock.
Oh,
Sorry, I forgot one of the items was in there.
was that inside one of the smaller pouches, or was that just loose in the saddlebag?
In with the 2 smaller pouches.
Okay.
Does it look like you could wind a string around it?
Wind a string around it?
Oh. Never mind. Back home, we had
makeshift.
this. We had this band called "They Might Be Sea Giants," and there was a song about winding a rock to wind a string around.
Flawless.
So now that this means canonically there's an underwater version of Istanbul.
Yep. Sure.
Or Constantinople or whatever.
Oh my god. Anyway. At this
For
point,
the
your
audience,
secret
my
animals
character is entirely built off of "They Might Be Giants" reference, so...
Oh my god, I didn't know
I
that.
would not have known.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna see the cow beneath the sea. That's...
Yes.
I'm impressed, actually.
Cowtown.
At this point, your speak with animals is going to wear off pretty soon. Gideon is very happily munching on some kelp now, just nearby.
All right. I'm just gonna let it wear off with a "I'll talk to you later sometime, Gideon."
Okay.
He's just happy as a clam, isn't he?
Is that like a real thing? I don't think I've ever seen a happy clam.
Huh.
They all
Where did
seem
that
to
phrase
like...
come?
They all seem to like clam up the moment you get close to them.
Nice. On that note, what would you like to do?
Can I sleep more?
Yeah, so at this point you look over and Thauma is like really groggy and it maybe seems a little more than usual.
Do you think you could sleep on the back of a horse? Because that way we could keep traveling,
Looks over.
we could get some sleep.
I mean, if Gideon doesn't mind.
So long as we keep supplying kelp, I think that we'll be fine.
There's a fair amount of holding on that has to be done with a horse. Or a
Tentacles.
seahorse.
Well, they've got
Yes, but
well.
so you could rest but not sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So as you pack up camp, you might need to patch up the reins a little bit. The bridle got a little bit chewed on by the sharks, but it should be doable to kind of like piece it together. And saddle up Thauma.
Would you guys like to know where Happy as a Clam came from?
I would
Yeah.
love
I
to
needed
know
to
where Happy is
Google it.
from.
Our audience needs to be educated.
Happy as a clam at high water. So it's That's the full phrase. As happy as a clam when the tides
Oh.
are high, because
Ah.
that's when they're safe from the fishermen.
Oh, I
It's at low
see.
tide that they're collected.
We all know.
So
We all
there's
learn
the
on
history
Enchanted
on
Babes.
that, because I really needed to know.
Same. Beautiful.
Thank you. That solved my greatest mystery of today.
Fantastic. So, who is going to take point on navigation?
Me.
All right,
Not it.
a
Elomi has learned their lesson.
roll a survival check. Uh-oh.
That was a
Surprisingly, my
natural
survival's not
one
horrible.
for a
was a what?
7. It was a natural one for a total of 7.
Oh, no.
My goodness.
I have a +6. I'm sorry.
All right, so several hours later,
Oh god.
you find yourself back where you fought the sharks. You see what's left of the octopus that you fought.
Uh,
I hate to be the one to ask, but are we a little bit lost, Leo?
Technically no, because we do know where we are, where we started.
That is
there.
not helpful.
But we haven't made any progress, which is not so great. Let me recalibrate.
I mean, I can try. I'm actually proficient in survival.
You're more
At
than
this
welcome.
point, it's been like 3 or 4 hours, so you're feeling a little bit more awake now, Thauma.
Are you feeling up for it, Thauma? Can you do it?
I mean, I got a 15.
Okay. You're able to kind of suss out which way you went and which way you meant to go, and get yourselves back on track. And now, several hours behind, you are on the road.
On the road.
It's pretty uneventful. It's just there's lots of kelp, lots of kelp. And night starts to fall. Would you like to travel through the night, or would you like to set up camp?
We'll probably set up camp, given how tired Thauma was. Make sure we get a good
I
night's
would
rest
prefer
in.
camp.
Okay. So you set up camp again. Again, just bedrolls under the waves. And you settle into sleep. Gideon is going to probably curl up next to Leo.
It's so cute. A lap seahorse.
And Leo, you have the dream again where you're swimming along through a kelp forest, and then everything starts to get warm, really uncomfortably warm. And the kelp starts to shift to shades of orange, shades of red, and the water, you start noticing bubbles in the water. It's painfully hot. You see faces of people you know, people you grew up with, just off in the distance, looking very concerned, looking like they might be in pain. And then the heat subsides, and you eventually you wake up in the middle. It's still the middle of the night, in whatever the equivalent of it, like sweat is.
Ugh. Well, that's becoming a regular thing. I'm gonna like roll over and face Gideon. Are they asleep? I'm just gonna like plop a hand on Gideon's snout, gently, not to like wake them up or anything.
Yeah.
And be like, think this might be a sign. After Genbor, maybe I should head home. But,
Gideon kind of like nuzzles up against you and continues snoring.
I'm gonna kiss their snout and try and go back to sleep myself.
All right. The rest of the night passes without any dreams, and you awaken in the morning, fully rested, and yeah. So who's gonna lead the helm today?
You want to try again, Leo?
I'm always game to try again.
Thauma, you can assist if you'd like.
I did roll 24 total.
Woohoo!
Excellent.
All right.
You want advantage on it?
Yeah, take advantage.
All right.
We confer and figure out the.
That is a natural 20 then
Least
for a
roundabout.
26.
Yes. Beautiful.
Excellent.
So, invigorated, like from needing to, you don't normally feel like you need to prove yourself in a lot of things, but you're like, I got to prove myself from yesterday because I know how to navigate. You're just like, boom, I got this. And you managed to find a nice trail following the road from a distance. And, you've got Gideon with you. And is anyone riding Gideon today?
No. Thauma wakes up feeling loads better than the previous day.
Great. All right. And you continue on. By the end of the day, again, uneventful. It seems like maybe this area has a bit fewer predators in it. And by the end of the day, you've reached the edge of the cliff I'm going to switch the map. The cliff that looks down on the Riverfold Ravine. And in the distance, you can see the Trident Crossroads.
Oh.
So you can see it's starting to get a little dark, but you can see, especially from up here, you can get a really good view of what the town looks like. It's built on a circle. So in the center, there's some kind of circular structure. You're not totally sure what it is. Elomi, you probably would be aware that it's like a stage. There's like a circular stage in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are a cluster of buildings, like a circle of buildings surrounding it. Excuse me. And then around that are more like temporary shops. And then around that would be like carts and just like pop-up tents. This is like the hub of trade, but other than like the big city of Genbor, because this is the Trident Crossroads that is the 3 main roads that connect to the road to Genbor. And so they have their like infrastructure is these like people who live there all the time, and then there's just this always changing sort of society of people or group of people who live there. So that's the Trident Crossroads, and you were up atop like a large cliff looking down at it.
Do we want to stop there for the night? It's getting dark again.
We certainly can do. Do you feel? I know that the two of you wanted to sort of like stay off the main roads, but we can certainly head into Trident Crossroads for a night.
Yeah, I think we might be okay. I should be okay for the night. I don't think there's gonna be that much with the rotation in this area. This seems to be more of a place that's not quite as permanent residents.
Just give me a second to try to disguise myself. I this might seem a little bit silly, and I'm sorry for that.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Would that be deception or performance to disguise myself?
Do you have a disguise kit?
I believe I do. Don't I?
I believe disguise kit is sleight of hand. Never had one.
Yeah, the disguise kit came in the Bard's Entertainers pack.
Okay. Cool. That doesn't tell me what to roll.
1 second. I'm just going to go look in the index.
And you have proficiency with it, yes?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. So it's going to be your roll plus intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay, so intelligence and proficiency.
Mm-hmm. What is your intelligence score?
+2. Surprising, I know.
Okay. What's your charisma?
+3.
Okay. Yeah, do intelligence.
4 + 2 is 6 plus +2 is 8. It's not great.
Yeah, so you spend so much time like fussing over your hair. You're just like, I just got to get my hair just right. And then you just don't spend any time on anything else. You've just done your hair a completely different way, basically. And like turned your clothes inside out. You know, you've like got a little bit of a disguise going, but you're like, okay, the hair is good. Good, the hair's good. Got it. Perfect.
That is totally Elomi all the way.
Thauma''s gonna change their skin color to be more like the octopus that we killed the other day. The giant octopus. So
Okay,
not
it was-
the... Was it a giant octopus that we killed?
It was a giant octopus that you killed.
Yeah. And they're like
I think it
the
was.
reddish orange.
That one was like a purpley gray.
Oh, purpley gray?
Ooh.
So
The
that is
giant
the Hilario.
octopus, yeah.
Pretty.
So you are able to get, it's closer to like a brown that you end up with because your normal color being orange, it's like, it's hard to maintain a purple.
Yeah.
You do get a different coloration on yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
And then that'll be my like magic one that somebody has to pass the DC 13 to realize that not my normal color, I guess.
That'd be more like deception instead of stealth because you're not like hiding.
No, well,
It would be, I don't know. We'll kind of take it case by case because it's like you're just changing color.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, your like face looks the same.
Yeah.
You're just
Just
different
my
color.
coloring is different, yeah.
Great. So then Elomi has done their hair and Thauma has changed color. You've done more than the hair. It's just that like you spent a lot of time on it.
That was the only thing that showed effort.
Are you going to descend the cliffside?
Yes.
All right. As you approach, as you start coming down, you make a perception check, everybody.
Oh no.
Keep in mind, Gideon still has very distinctive bridle.
That was a nat 20. +5.
Okay. Thauma got a 9.
Leo got an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Leo, you see a lot of people, and you actually see like a handful of merbolgs as you're heading down towards this, and you're like, oh man, merbolgs. Elomi, you see other seahorses with the royal bridles on and royal guard are just kind of wandering throughout the Trident Crossroads.
Oh, ship.
You also see the nat 20 as, I mean, you also spot the building that is labeled to be an inn.
Okay. Okay. If we just stay calm and confident, we won't stick out as weird people. I saw a lot of seahorses with the same color bridle as Gideon. That means that they're from Genbor, which means it's probably more people looking for me.
Way to go.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't think that they'd be this extreme about it.
You get a fist bump from the Kleptical.
Thank you. I see where the inn is. So long as we're careful about it, I think that we can sort of go unnoticed. I'm just really nervous now. Oh, okay.
It's alright, I can do all the talking if you'd like.
Great idea.
You know, yeah, that might be best.
Alright!
You're more confident than I am in that.
As you get close, so go ahead.
I mean, I can. My persuasion isn't that bad.
As you get closer, Elomi, you see one of the people with the royal bridle, like with a seahorse, look up and notice you guys and start approaching.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Are you alright?
Peachy. It's what I used to do when I was younger, when I had pre-show jitters.
And you notice he's specifically looking at the seahorse with the royal bridle on.
Does Thauma notice?
Make an insight check.
17.
Yes, you notice that he seems to be. So it's a merfolk with a black and white tail, and he seems to be very perplexed and heading towards you. He's more focused on the seahorse than anything else right now. On Gideon.
Thauma is going to grab Gideon's bridle and meet the guard, and say that we were on our way here and we found this guy here being attacked by sharks, and he didn't have his rider, so we figured we would bring him back to the closest place there might be guards so that he can get back home.
Make a, what would you call a distraction check? Like a persuasion check, I guess?
Performance, even?
Whichever
Please
you
no.
prefer. It's not deception because you're telling the truth.
Uh-huh.
Persuasion.
11.
I mean, it's the truth. Kind of nervous about it, but...
Okay, also, did you take the things out of the bag, or are they still back in the saddle bag?
Oh, I definitely put the picture back in the bag. I don't... Elomi isn't that narcissistic.
The Kleptical took the shiny rock.
Okay.
Yes.
I rolled for it.
Yes.
I rolled for it, and I got a 19. I had to.
All right. But you left the pouches in the saddlebag?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Kleptical only took one thing.
Okay. Great. So you rolled an 11. Ooh. He looks at you and says, "What? Where did you find? You said you found it in the forest."
Yeah, we were coming down from closer to Imalon, and just passing down through the forest, we found this guy riding riderless, or not really riding, but riderless.
I see. Well, thank you. And he reaches out to take the reins and then turns his head and sees Elomi.
Elomi just offers a sunny smile and a little wave.
Madam, you.
Oh, ship.
You have to come with me.
Can I do real quick a minor illusion
I mean,
to
you're gonna have to roll sleight of hand
yeah.
to see if he notices.
Nope, natural one.
Oh, he like snaps his head and is like, "What are you?" And then he reaches for his sword.
Elomi quickly swims in between the two and gets in front of Thauma. Oh, no. This is my friend here. My friend was trying to help me. Listen,
You have to come with me.
Yeah, you got me fair and square.
We have orders to bring you back.
Yeah. I know.
But if they don't want to go back, then what are you
going
to do? Like, you can't just make someone go somewhere. That's rude.
You talk. What did Elomi say?
I'll probably be stuck in the dogfish house for a while.
And then Leo said, "What if they don't want to go back?"
Yeah.
He's gonna say, "Well, it doesn't matter. It's royal business. The king has commanded. There's half of the kingdom is out looking for you right now."
Yeah, I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is going to be a royal pain.
I don't think this is the time for puns, my friend.
I sincerely don't mean to. Sorry if it seems shellfish.
So at that point, he looks. He's really just focused on Elomi. He doesn't really paying attention to the other two. He sort of absentmindedly has taken the bridle for Gideon, and he says, "I was instructed to bring you willingly. Like that was the preference, but I will bring you by force if I have to."
I mean, I'd prefer not to go back in manacles. This is fine. I'll go. I got caught. But please show me my friends their due respect. They've helped me out a lot getting from Vestalon back here. They're the reason I'm in one piece.
The crown thanks you. Whatever. We can get you. We will get a room at the inn for tonight, and then we will head to Genbor first thing in the morning. And then his eyes start to move towards Thauma, and he starts like.
As his eyes glows over to Thauma, I'm going to pull the shield off my back and say, "Oh, we also found this with Gideon as well. Gideon's the horse. That's their actual name now. Apparently you hadn't given them a name, so we thought we would give them a name. But here, have this shield also." And I'm going to try and like almost interpose the shield in between.
Make a persuasion check. I love this.
Oh boy.
That is an 11.
Incredible performances tonight all around.
He is like, "Yes, thank you, okay," and takes it, but then he's like, "You look very familiar. You'll need to come with me as well," to Thauma.
I mean, I don't see why I would need to.
Well,
I'm not I'm not from here.
I think, and he starts rifling through like a pouch on his side and trying like digging through some papers.
Elomi places their hand on the guards and goes, "Listen, I don't want to make this a bigger deal than it already is. Why don't you just take me back and we can forget about uh, whatever you're mistaken about with my friends here."
Make a persuasion check.
While
Please.
Elomi is speaking with the guard, I'm going to cast Disguise Self. And I'm going to change my face.
Your roll sleight of hand.
Does a 14 do?
What were you rolling? Persuasion?
Yeah.
And then roll sleight of hand with advantage.
What is 8 plus 7? 15.
15. Oh my god, you're so lucky he rolled a nat 1.
Holy crap!
The 15 was the higher. I rolled it was an 8 before my addition to it, and my other roll was a 2.
Oh my god, you're so lucky. Oh my god. Okay, so Elomi cuts in and like explains this, and he kind of looks up a crumpled parchment in his hand and is like, "Oh, all right, fine, come with me, you two, whatever." And he starts leading the way towards the inn.
Fuck.
It's alright.
You didn't
Sneak
take
out
the
of the
bridle off the horse.
Well,
Sorry.
I
I'm
mean-
sitting here for like 20 minutes going, take the bridle off the horse.
Yeah.
Wisdom is not the highest stat in my
Yeah.
case.
Same.
It's fine. Here we are. We're floating towards an inn with a royal guard along with us. And how long? Disguise Self is an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So as they're going in and the guards' backs are turned, Thauma's gonna send a message real fast to Elomi.
Okay.
Oh,
Be like, "We'll figure it out. You're getting out tonight."
Elomi just looks back over their shoulder with slightly wide eyes and turns back around.
As you enter the inn, there is a Axelorn barmaid behind the counter, cleaning glasses. She sees the royal guard come in and says, "Oh, did you need something else, sir?" And he says, "Yes, we need 2 rooms for tonight." And so he gets set up with a room. So turns to Elomi and says, "You will stay in here. We will have guard outside in the room and outside the building as well. You will not leave until we escort you home."
Yes, sir.
And he's not even acknowledging the other 2 right now. He doesn't give a shit.
I guess we should be grateful that he got a room for y'all.
Everyone make a perception check as you enter. 6.
But my perception is real bad. It's a +1.
Doesn't help when you roll low.
8.
I know.
8.
It is room shaped and there is a bed.
Oh my god.
We're all a little shaken. Come on, we're a bunch of idiots. And we're freaking out.
I didn't roll like that on purpose.
Who got an 8?
I got an 8.
Elomi, you're vaguely aware that there's posters on the wall.
Sweet. Wait a minute. I
Not
shouldn't
in
be
the room,
preoccupied
like
with that.
in the main area. So he takes you to a room. It's a pretty simple room, but kind of cozy. And he says, "If you require any food, let me know," or the guard know. One of the guards, and there 2 other guards come up and station themselves in the front. You're not totally sure how they know because he didn't like leave from you. So they're just like there, like he summoned them. And the other two, what are you doing? He has like ushered them into a room, so you've been separated.
Well, I guess we're staying here tonight and seeing how to get Elomi out.
I guess so.
Oh, and the second room he got was he goes into another room. So like the two rooms were for him and Elomi.
You know what, Thauma? This could like be our like practice run for like the prison break. Like we're breaking Elomi out. We could like put into practice some of like our ideas and strategies. This could be exactly what we need.
Just go up to the roof and like Mission Impossible style down the wall and into a window.
Whoops.
All I'm saying is that things could be worse.
Blub, 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 blub.
Beautiful.
Fission
as
Impossible.
You guys are having. Did you say Fission Impossible? Glorious.
Very
as
well
you guys
done.
are having this conversation,
Quietly, we are having a conversation quietly.
yes, very quietly. And I presume you're either in a room or like in a corner away from the guards. Either way, as you're having this conversation, the kleptical is like idly sort of fidgeting with the clamshell and pulling an item out, and then fidget like this is your tentacle. The kleptomaniac tentacle is what kleptical is.
Kleptical.
And it pulls out the shiny rock that you just acquired, and you're like having this conversation, and you look down, and it's glowing, and you hear coming from the rock, "Elphys, I miss you. Are you there?"
Is it
I
just
was just gonna take it
Thauma that hears
and
that?
shove it right back in into the clam. And nope.
Leo, what were you saying?
I'm guessing it was only Thauma that could hear that. Leo couldn't.
Nope. Anyway, like you could both hear it.
Oh.
We'll deal with that later.
I bet Elphys was the guard that originally had Gideon. Probably not a very nice person, considering they didn't even do the due diligence of giving Gideon an actual name.
It's very rude of Elvis. Elvis? Elphys?
Ilphys.
Elphys.
I'm going off of what the captions say.
And on that note, I think we're gonna call it a night.
Hey.
All right, I dropped a bunch of cards on the floor, so that's fun. I can't believe you didn't take the bridle off. Like, I know as the DM I'm not supposed to say this stuff, but I specifically said you still got the bridle on, like a bunch of times.
I thought about it, but Thauma didn't notice the other horses. Thauma was head empty, no thoughts.
Anyway, I'm a bad DM because I try to drop too many hints.
This is hilarious.
We are the Three
Elomi's in
Stooges.
A bit of a pickle, but a bit of a sea pickle.
Oh!
It's a bit of a salty brine.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, thank you to Ashta for doing all that, the tech stuff. Thank you to Soph Sundries and Unusual Usual Studios for our beautiful art. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you to, thank you to Carrie Fisher.
Thanks, Space Mom.
Thanks, Space Mom. And thank you to the audience. So have a lovely week, and we will see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.